What if I told you that real, lasting peace is possible? Not just a temporary calm or the absence of noise, but a deep, soul-settling peace. Even now, especially now in a world that feels like it's spinning faster and faster, filled with anxiety, deadlines, and a constant barrage of bad news. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? We're told to hustle, to worry, to stay on high alert. But what if there's a different way to live? A peace that isn't dependent on our circumstances. Let me tell you about a time in my life when everything felt like it was falling apart. I was facing a huge career change, not by choice, and it felt like the floor had been ripped out from under me. Every morning I'd wake up with this heavy weight on my chest, my mind racing with 1,000 what-ifs. What if I can't find another job? What if I let my family down? What if I fail? I was trying everything to find some calm. I tried mindfulness apps, deep breathing, you name it. And those things helped for a moment. But the anxiety always came roaring back because my peace was tied to finding a solution, to getting everything back under control. One sleepless night, scrolling endlessly, I felt completely exhausted. I was at the end of my rope. In that moment of surrender, I just whispered, "God, I can't do this anymore. I give up, Dot. I need your peace." I wasn't expecting a lightning bolt or some dramatic sign, but as I sat there in the quiet of the early morning, I remembered a verse I'd learned as a kid. It started to bubble up from a place I'd long forgotten. And this is the incredible truth I want to share with you. God's peace isn't like the world's peace. The world says you'll have peace when you get the promotion, when your relationship is perfect, when your bank account is full. It's conditional, Gott. It's fragile. But God's peace, it's different. It's a peace that goes beyond our understanding. It doesn't make sense to the logical mind. How can you be calm in the middle of a storm? How can you have rest when your life is in chaos? That's the miracle of it. This peace acts like a guard. Imagine your heart and your mind are a fortress. When anxiety, fear, and worry try to breach the walls, God's peace stands guard at the gate. It doesn't necessarily eliminate the problems on the outside, but it protects the most important part of you, your inner world, from being overrun and conquered by them. It keeps your heart from shattering and your mind from spiraling out of control. It's a supernatural protection that holds you together when everything else is falling apart. That night, my circumstances didn't change. The uncertainty was still there, but something inside me had shifted. The heavy weight was lifted. My racing thoughts slowed down. I was still in the storm, but I was no longer alone in the boat, frantically trying to bail water. I felt held. I felt protected. I could finally breathe. This promise is beautifully captured in the Bible, in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 7. And it says, "And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." Let that sink in. It shall keep your hearts and minds. That's not a suggestion. It's a promise. It's an active, powerful force. This peace is a gift offered to us freely. All we have to do is open our hands and our hearts to receive it, to surrender our need for control and trust in the one who holds it all together. So today, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if your heart is heavy and your mind is racing, I invite you to just pause. Take a breath and ask for that peace. The peace that passes all understanding. the peace that stands guard over you. If this message resonated with you and you don't want to miss out on your daily spiritual nourishment, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's walk this journey of faith and peace together.